2013, an 8-storey commercial building, the Rana Plaza, in the Dhaka district of Bangladesh collapsed. The building contained banks, shops, and on the upper illegal floors, garment manufacturing premises where thousands of employees worked in appalling sweatshop conditions, manufacturing clothing for some of the world's largest brands. When the cracks had started to appear in the building, the bank and shop workers were sent home. The garment workers were threatened and forced back to work. Over 1,100 people died in the building collapse. This appalling event provoked extensive media and political critique and backlash over the working conditions suffered by those producing the clothing brands that the world wears. In 2015, the German auto manufacturer Volkswagen, VW, was found to have fitted many million diesel cars with sophisticated computer technology that for nearly a decade had criminally cheated emission tests designed to protect people from being exposed to high levels of dangerous pollutants that diesel engines can produce. Volkswagen's stock price dropped 20% in the first day after the scandal. Volkswagen Group CEO Martin Winterkorn resigned. The head of brand development of Volkswagen and the research and development heads of Audi and Porsche, both Volkswagen subsidiaries, were suspended. Volkswagen was penalised $25 billion by the US courts, and it has yet to face the consequences of prosecution in Europe, where the vast majority of its cars were sold. These two distinct cases, one of environmental harms from corporate fraud, the other of conditions and safety of global employees' work, both speak to a dire, pressing need for business to find a way to marry sustainability and strategy together. Welcome to Be Sustainable, in which we examine the possibility of this union. And while we'll consider established and emerging strategic responses to the challenge of sustainability, we'll also examine ways in which organisational structures can subvert or silence ethical conscience, as well as the strategies you as individuals can undertake to combat this. In Week 1, we explore the nature of sustainability and its relevance for business, drawing upon the United Nations authoritative definitions and formulations to do so. In Week 2, we examine major concerns with business impact upon the planet and populations, a critique that we need to appreciate if we're to generate an accurate perspective of the challenges ahead for business attempts to approach sustainability. In Week 3, we review the dominant and established strategic responses to sustainability, including organisational ethics programs, corporate social responsibility, and forms of market-based environmentalism. Week 4 finds us examining the difficulty of being ethical in organisational settings. Here we explore what social scientific research can tell us about the mechanisms and processes by which ethical conscience or values of sustainability can be subverted or silenced in the workplace. In Week 5, we explore new and emerging sustainable businesses, focusing on the promise and possibilities offered by socially responsible investing, social entrepreneurship, and cross-sector sustainability partnerships. Finally, in Week 6, we reflect on how you can take sustainable strategy forward in your own organisations. Here we examine organisational level strategies available to you in contexts where your organisations are supportive of such initiatives, as well as individual strategies that you may need to deploy in contexts where your organisation is not. I'd like to say how pleased I am to be able to present you the ideas and arguments of this course, and I offer you my warmest welcome.